Grief is a raging storm that seeks to destroy everything in its path. Fortunately, grief can only access things in the physical, so it can cause loss and pain. However, it cannot access spiritual substances like joy because it's located in your spirit. You recall Isaiah 12:3 states, "With joy you will withdraw water from the wells of salvation." Yet the effects of grief in your life can make you shift your focus from that joy in the pain, in the circumstance. You must fight to keep your joy no matter the situation. Why? Because joy is the currency for salvation. Isaiah 12:3 states, "With joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation." It gives you access to the manifold deliverance of God. The scriptures above that I just shared didn't say you have access to a well, but wells with the S. I share in my new book, The Other Side of Grief. Grief does not have an identity, as it were. It comes hidden under other things like loss, pain, guilt, and disappointment. It does not come straight at you like other strong emotion does. It comes tender, almost naturally, right? You would almost think that it's normal till it starts seeping through your mind, removing all the light of positivity that is left. But the time you accept that you're grieving, you're already used to what it brings. As a matter of fact, it is the safest to understand that the first thing grief seeks is to remove from an individual joy, not happiness, as it were. What is the difference between joy and happiness? Happiness is an individual response to pleasant situations, while joy is the dwelling faculty of serenity and tranquility. When you lose someone and something, it's nothing for you to be, it's normal for you to be sad or lose your happiness for something or someone. What is wrong is that you allow your joy to wither. What is improper is that you allow grief to access your joy, bringing you despair and depression. What can one do when grief threatens to destroy all the joy within an individual? The Bible gives them a seer in Psalms 26:11, quote, "The presence of God, there is the fullness of joy." This implies that the only place the world will find joy flows without end in God's presence. It is the only place in the presence of his being that one can radiate with joy and happiness without end. If you must not lose your joy to the storms, if you don't want to lose your joy to the storms of grief, then you must learn to get into God's presence and stay there. Through constant fellowship with God and consciousness of his presence in your heart, you can preserve your joy in any situation. I want to encourage you to take a look at my new book, The Other Side of Grief, and the 30-day devotional. It is packed with power nuggets. I call them life nuggets that you can put into your life toolbox to help you be victorious as you move it on the other side of grief. I pray that this was a blessing to you. Be blessed.